Hey man, say man, it's your boy Big Dreams. Welcome back to the channel. Before we carry on any further with this video, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell, set it to all. We is back with another banging video, back with another reaction video, man. And today we have another Art of Dialogue interview, man. Video titled, member of Diddy's group, the band, breaks silence on his arrest and reveals something bigger, if I'm assuming that word is coming. We knocking out the Diddy reactions from everybody's point of view, man. Listening to all the information that's being given because there's a lot to say. Anyway, we finna dig in here. We finna see what's going on. I'm not gonna make the opening of this video too long. All I ask is that y'all smash that like button so this video can rank higher in the algorithm. Go crazy in the comments. Let me know what you want me to react to. And if you're watching me and you're not subscribed, man, subscribe. That's all I ask. We finna go ahead and dig in though, man.
My guy, Freddie P, man. Let's get right into it. Diddy, he got indicted. How you feel about that?
It was a surprise to me, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, when you see Puff, it's kind of a surprise. But like I told my brother, man, you know, he was telling me he don't think Puff gonna get locked up. I said, bitch, they got Chapo. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you earlier, they got Chapo. They can put Chapo under the ground. They can hide Puff. But it's just long overdue. Like for a while, it made me kind of question, like, man, you know, it's to the point where it felt like they forced the feds to do their job. He forced the feds to do their job, because if they didn't do it, everybody looking at them like, what, do you motherfuckers exist? You know what I'm saying? Like, he done got away with too much, but you gotta understand this, right? A lot of stuff Puffy going through, and I don't wish bad on him. Like, before this transpired, I had a lot of hatred toward him, but it was about financial reasons. When it comes to this subject, it's very sensitive to me because it's a lot of victims in here. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's still somebody's father. You know what I'm saying? So, but we make our own bed, man. And for a long time, a lot of people, I want him to understand that a lot of people was hurt because you couldn't live your truth. Everything he going through right now is because he couldn't let go. He couldn't let go having a position of power over street nigga, and also being who he is. The more who he was, he had to show more aggression. That's like when I sucked my thumb. When I grew up, the reason people might think I'm tough is transpired because when I was in a place to sucking my thumb, I knew I had to go extra hard for you to know not to play with me. You get what I'm saying? Like, it made me turn into somebody else because you might take a perception of me sucking my thumb. You might think I'm soft. You might think I'm gay, anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like with him. If people know his secrets, because believe one thing about it, you know, and that's with all these rappers. Somebody know your secrets. You might be you and Puffy get, you know, because Puffy, I can imagine he approached these guys who going through financial situations, these rappers who get themselves start making a lot of money, then when things don't be hot no more, you fall back on people like him. He prey on you. And what he do is he offer you things to keep up a lifestyle. You can imagine Puffy, Playboy. You know, Playboy, don't worry about that, man. I can get us, come with me to the island, Playboy. Come chill with me. Won't be no security guard, no nothing. Won't nobody know about your business. Hey, don't worry about that. I'll wire that, Playboy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot of rappers out here that got secrets because they fell into those situations with Puffy. And I know this personally. Like, I know personally, but like I say, a lot of stuff that I know, like I knew a lot of stuff that came out this week we was talking about. I was like, man, I've been knew that. I've been knew about the girl that came out. She was just afraid to tell her story for a long time. Like I knew, when you're in a circle, like the band is like a, you know what I'm saying? So things that transpired in their band, because they work with people that we work with, you know what I'm saying? It gets back to us. And not only that, I done been on a phone call and hear people explaining their situations, crying about, you know, the situations. And it only gonna get worse. Like I was telling people, like
I'm gonna say this though, bro. Since we done made it to this part in the video, Buddy say he know a lot from Diddy too. Imagine how many like victims and just like people in general that was either like a victim involved or they were just around him and witnessed like a victim being tortured in some kind of way. I can imagine, bro, it is a large number of people out here that know exactly what he's done, and they can tell you from A to Z what he did, how he did it, and everything, bro. Like, I honestly feel like in that case, bro, something that can like really amp up that whole trial is if like a good number of his victims come in there and they explain exactly what he's done to them, and you know what I'm saying, how they felt, trauma, all that stuff, bro. If that ever happens, that can really amp that trial up to a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? And when I say amp it up, they already denied his bail. You know what I'm saying? So if he really is getting locked up, you know what I'm saying? I feel like his defense team might try to like work and get him certain conditions to make sure like he's comfortable or whatever. But at this point, bro, I don't even think them folks even care about him being comfortable. The only like way he would have any sort of comfortability in that situation is if his defense team try to pull through for him. That's the only way. Because as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I can think, them people don't care where they put him. If they can bury him up under the jail, they would and leave him there. Like, for real.
It's hard to say because I don't want to spoil what's coming up. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say this. Like I said, it gets deeper and deeper. And the more that come out, the more intriguing the story gonna be. All I want to tell people is, when that Netflix series come out, it's a rapper coming out with a Netflix series. I won't say no name. I don't want to spoil it for him. I'm not a friend of his. I don't want to, spoil something he got going on. But I will say this: he's doing a phenomenal job to the point where I was in awe. You get what I'm saying? I was presented the opportunity to work with him, but like I said, the money wasn't enough for me to leave my couch. But he's doing a phenomenal job, man. There's so many people that's hurt behind this. There's so many people that it's guys that that can't come out because of their image. You know what I'm saying? That'll make your eyes go like, whoa. I know about the slams, the Stevie J. I know I'm in a circle. I know about y'all. Y'all confirm. You don't got, but see, even with Stevie J, when you got secrets out there of a lifestyle, and the lifestyle you really living, it's a community out there that really know you. You can't hide from them. You could come play tough to us because we don't hear nothing about it. We don't hang around the same crowds. They know you. They know what you and Puffy was going on, not just Stevie J. I'm just saying anybody. If you're in that community and you trying to hide something, you can hide it from the street dudes and the thugs and the regular, but they know you. And that's what a lot of rappers is facing. That's why a lot of them can't defend themselves. You hear them? They be, they can't really say no because they know somebody know you. Somebody know for a fact. Somebody was there with y'all. Somebody he confided in, like as a best friend. You know what I'm saying? That know these rapper secrets. You can imagine being propositioned by Puffy like that, though, right? Like, you stuck. And he could fly you to a private island and get rid of the security and give you, why are you $1 million or 20? Or make sure that you get this endorsement deal. That's how easy it is for him to gain leverage over people. Come on, man, you got 1,000 bottles waiting. Thought what, 10,000, 5,000, some shit like that. Who you? My boy, that's a lot of back busting. You hear me? That's too much. I was like, wait, what? It's like you ran a chain of operation. You got an operation of just back busting. Like, what are y'all like? It's not, bro. You 50. Can't you even get up that much, bro? Like, you that turned on, like, bro.
That man Diddy was running the doggone gangbang train up in there, boy.
That's a whole nother situation. That's a whole nother community. They got their own little. I was like, baby. Well, I was like, what baby oil for? What do you think? Rub each other down, getting shiny and then it hit me. Oh, okay. Yeah. My boy was loose with it. But no, man. Prayers to Diddy, man. Prayers to him, man. You know, I don't want to kick him out. I just ain't that kind of dude. I'm getting mine. Like I say, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. There's a lot of Bible passages that pass through this dude like that. Was it whatever in the dark shall come to the light? That's one we living out right now. It's one he living out more than us. Because for so long, you gotta imagine having that money and that power, secrets. He's literally assaulting men. You get what I mean? Like, it may be common nowadays, but for a man to walk up and slap your ass, or let me get your number, or come to my hotel room, that's not normal. I ain't never heard no shit like that in my lifetime, for no man to approach you like that. And he's done it several times. I just pray for his daughters, man, and all the people around him who was protected for so long. You gotta come outside right now. The Stevie J's, you still want to fight? You still want to fight Stevie J? To put up Notre Dame dudes. You still want to fight 50, homie? I don't think so. Now, y'all, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, back to what I was saying about, that's why they act so tough. They act so tough because they know there's whispers about them. So when I see you in person, I got to show you, I'll f you up. I'm a gangster. I'm this and that. That's an act, man. Real gangster can see through all that shit.
Crazy thing is, bro, I done heard a good deal of people say something about Stevie J. He on the freak off tapes getting doggone beater and deeter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's OD. It is OD. You know what I'm saying? Very, very OD. And I can just imagine, like, at this point, bruh, like, I feel like the amount of male victims probably outweigh the female victims, like, in this situation for some odd reason. I could be wrong, but for some odd reason, bro, that's just what I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, the amount of male victims might just outweigh the female victims. That's just how it seems, bro. Because, like, me, whenever I listen to, like, someone tell a Diddy story, it's always the guys and what the guys be doing. And, oh, you better watch out for Rick Ross. You better watch out for Usher. Chris Brown, he did this to Justin Bieber. Like, it's always the guys. As far as women, I've only ever heard of Kim Porter, Cassie. I can't think of the other lady name. It was Kim Porter, Cassie, Aaliyah. I'm sure it's way more women than that I'm not naming right now. But it's only like whenever you hear about somebody stating like a freak off tape or what he's done, it's always to a guy. So I'm just like, bro, at this point, I feel like it might be more male victims than female victims for real.
On top of the world, enjoy you.
And like I said, I could be wrong.
What's wrong with you living in a world full of love? Even if you loving men, you full of love, bro. You ain't gotta try to come over here and maintain a character that force you to be a monster. Cause you want to be on top. You want to control monsters. You want gangsters to respect you. You still want to be able to slap a nigga in his mouth. You can't do both. You can't do both. You can't be a gangster. You can't be Omar from The Wire, bro. Like, you're not that. And it backfired on my boy. Like I say, it's a lot coming out, boy. Check out, it's a rapper coming out with a documentary, and when it come out, everybody gonna be surprised. I think man, that's gonna be the shocker right there. I heard I was hearing and as it was being presented to me, man, I don't know how to feel sorry for people all the time, but at that moment, I was like, damn, bro. Because I was in the same situation. And what if he, ever would have came at me like that? I'd probably be dead or, anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't no telling how I would have reacted. But I pray.
Where did you hear? You don't have to say the guy's name, but
it's kind of hard to explain because then you're gonna figure out what I'm talking about. But I was also on the phone with somebody, right? And we was discussing, and he was telling me, I was like, that nigga don't like you. He hated your guts, and y'all became best friends. He said, man, I want to tell you something, man. He said, I never told nobody this because it ain't my motherfucking business. He was like, I'm just trying to feed my motherfucking kids. And he was like, he's like, man, such and such, one night, I remember when we were like, yeah, he's like, man, somebody had wanted me to go, deliver a message. It was important. Like, I had to do it. And I kept telling the person that, Puffy busy. It's like, oh, he need to go tell him right now. He said, long story short, I went to the security guard, told him how important it was. He let me in the room. And when I came in the room, I seen Puffy busting. They was getting it in. And he said, that's kind of like why, he said, and I never sprayed his secret. He said, and that's kind of like why I got it, I can't even say it because you're going to know what I'm talking about. But he just told me, like, that's why everything started falling for me. Everything started happening good with me. That's why me and his relationship still cool. But I want to know from the Bentleys. I want to know, like, I don't want to put these people, because these people got kids, like, but I would love for them to just, take the time to get that clarity, bro. Like, when I cried about my financial situations, that helped me a lot. It changed my life, actually. Like, I was in a suicidal state, and sometimes we just need people to hear us. So if they going through something, I advise them to just get with somebody. And it's not about filing lawsuits or trying to be seen. It's just about having that therapeutic moment, that cleansing, that clarity, and getting that shit out your system. That's assault. And he done it for so many years and got away with it. Like, years. Like, it became behavior. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like a once a month thing. It was a lifestyle. He was a monster in real life. And I knew about this stuff. But you can't prove it, and it's not my job to try to bash Puffy, because where I was coming from was a place of hate. So everything I said would have been taken, but I knew it was coming. You go back to my old interviews. All this stuff that's coming out right now, I'm so happy. It's more. But I'm so happy he finally came.
Okay, I'm gonna say this too real quick, man. A lot of people will sit up here and you'll wonder, like, why is it ain't nobody never said nothing? Why is it this? Why is it that? The reason being, bro, and I used to always wonder this myself whenever I would hear a Diddy story. You have to keep in mind, they denied him bail two times, saying that he's too dangerous to have out here on the streets, bro. He had $50 million ready to throw away, to give, just to be free. Imagine if they had to let him free on that $50 million. That ain't all the money Diddy got. Diddy got way more money. Imagine how he can go out here, pay to have this person off, pay to have that person off, pay to have that person off. Try to clean up the whole situation, but in the process, create more problems for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now, he don't have that same level of power now that he had then. Then, he could literally destroy you physically and or mentally, which is why a lot of people for the longest have been scared to come out and say anything. For one thing, it's embarrassing for a lot of people. And a lot of people didn't want that smoke that came along with telling. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be blackballed, humiliated, exposed, that's enough, depending upon what was done to you or what you seen. That was enough to keep that's enough to keep somebody mouth shut, for real. If you a victim and something happened to you and you go out here and you go tell whoever, bro, and Diddy find out during that time, man, your life is in danger, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really, really had that power to clean up what he thought needed to be clean. And whenever he would tell somebody, bro, like, yeah, you better not say this or else I'm gonna do this. Like, he meant that. For real. That's why so many people kept their mouth shut for the longest. A lot of people sit up here, and if you go like on these interviews with like Gene Deal, maybe Jaguar Wright, maybe even Freddie P right here, a lot of these people, bro, if you go up under these comments and you see these people saying, oh, they been knew this, been knew that, bro, y'all don't understand. Like, when you're not in that situation, you don't understand how dangerous it is just to tell, to either save you or somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And the simple fact that so much of this information has been withheld for the longest just lets me know, like, he held that amount of power for that long just to be able to do what his soul pushed him to do. You know what I'm saying? So it gets crazy, and it's gonna get crazier.
A lot of stuff Puffy went through as when he was younger, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I say, when this DVD come out, y'all check it out, man. We watched the icon fall, and a lot of people don't understand. It's like a changing of the guards. That's all it is. Like, they stayed around, they played the game a little too long, and this is how God works. It's like hip hop is independent. The music is independent. The owning of your masters is independent. It's a new changing of the guard. And all the old parasites are just falling off one by one. Because they never had talent. They just leashed on to the talent. Let me tell you what Puffy was. And what a lot of them is. They mediators. What they call them, mediators, right? Where you gotta go, they go-betweens. So you got the Leos who scared to approach the thugs like that. But Diddy from that world, so I could intermediate. I could get percentages from negotiating and making this deal, but you got to give up that butt. You got to give up that butt and royalties. And I can change your family life. You know why? Because he had to give up that butt. People don't understand. That's the reason. That's why it's the reason Puffy don't want to give nobody, any artist he deal with, he tell you, I'm making it hard for you. I had to do this. He wants you to endure it. He endured. And I felt bad in a sense because he was only trying to feed his family. You get what I'm saying? And he became a victim, and it turned him into a monster just trying to hide his own secrets and not living his truth. And now he in prison just from all this comes from one man not living his truth. I swear to God. Had Puffy just been who he is at heart, it might have been a few jokes. We joked about RuPaul. He's still the boss. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
I feel bad.
But then again, if you think about it though, if Diddy was ever a victim, whoever made him a victim, imagine if he had told that person no. You know what I'm saying? Would we have ever even known Diddy to be Diddy, Puffy, P. Diddy, whatever you want to refer to him as? Would he have ever been as big as he possibly is, bro? Because for some odd reason, it just seemed like within Hollywood, bro, it's always this happened to this person, that happened to that person, this person did this, that person did that. This is the number one actor in the whole face of Hollywood. This person, that person, but at the same time, it's like, what do you have to do to achieve that level of success? Ask yourself that question. Like, what is it that they have to do, to achieve that level of success? And is what they have to do right, or is it wrong? Is it good or is it evil? You know what I'm saying? That's the second question that you have to ask. And then if you pay attention to social media, such as interviews like these, you get the answers to both of those questions, bro. Like, nothing is morally right. The way a lot of these celebs talk, and for the ones that's like really, really exposing the truth and what people have been through and things that people did and what they do to each other, bro, ain't none of this stuff morally right. And it's crazy how it's like you want to get a certain position, but at the same time you got to do this just to obtain a certain level of success. Or if you do this one thing that can potentially scar you for life, you'll elevate from there on out. That's one of the craziest things ever, man. Imagine wanting something that you've been dreaming of for years and you can have it, but you gotta go through torture just to be able to live in the promised land.
Trying to hide his secrets. All the people that have been victimized, all the people that have been put under the influence, so they don't remember certain things because of who he is. And as long as you're under the influence, it ruins your credibility of speaking about anything. So I can understand why he probably kept drugs in the party. You get what I'm saying? All this behavior falls in line behind one thing, trying to hide secrets. So now you gotta use this to cover that, and now this makes you cover for that, and it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It never stops. It's a cycle. That's why I don't live in fear. I don't hide secrets. I'm not scared of nobody. I don't do none of that. I live for God. Man, you live that way, your ass ain't got to worry about nothing. You know one thing that's crazy to me though, because I know him, is me picturing them in a cell, and that should make me feel a little bad. That's the only thing. Like, I don't like the nigga or whatever. I still got love for the nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be in here right now if it wasn't for that dude. Regardless of what, it was 40,000 people. He had to hear something from me. He had to hear my talent. He had to pick me out. He had to learn my personality. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't always easy to deal with me every day too. They used to have shit on the motherfucking refrigerator. We had a lot, like, notes of what people, when people come in the house, they'll know, you know, what to deal with or whatever. On the notes, they'll be like, let Fred sleep for extra 45 minutes. Like, this is like, because when I woke up, you know, I had a bad attitude and I used to get up or whatever, but they done did too much. They did a lot to help me get where I ain't gonna say where I'm at in life, because really it's like, where am I? I'm 40, I don't own the properties or nothing, you know what I'm saying? And people don't understand, oh, why you blaming Puffy? I'm not blaming Puffy, I'm blaming Puffy. I can't get time back. I dedicated my time to a situation to provide for my family, which I'm talking about when I was into it. I never went home like everybody got to go home on the weekends. I was the furthest away. So I was really dedicated to changing my situation. I was really dedicated and showed love to a person who I felt like, in the end, what I learned was only playing with us, and it made me react a certain way. But that don't mean I hate him.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. It's so much to be said, so much that's gonna come out now, since, you know, he's now indicted and is on trial. I just feel like, man, this is the tip of the iceberg, and you still got a whole lot of ice to chip away at, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This is the end of the video, though. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment. Most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell. Set it to all. All social media links will be in the description. The link to the previous reaction video will be there as well. Still putting the shine on my stuff in the doggone description, man. Hold on, did I tell y'all to watch the last video? The whole last video, didn't watch this video? Well, if I didn't say it, I just said it. Now I feel like I'm skipping so far over. I ain't even gonna cap my eyes sitting low. I'm sleeping. But man, look, back to the Shine Armor portion. Listen, I'm putting that stuff in the description still partner with them. I say this every video. Website is still down. I'm gonna let y'all know when it's back up so y'all can get back to using it, man. But that's besides the point. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all for showing me love back. And we out this thing, man, for real.